Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Good morning. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin for your Wednesday morning. Wheeler's the only one in the studio right now. Lekter is on his way, trudging through the snow. Ollie is taking a much-needed morning off in Dubai. He is on work in Dubai, covering, well, whatever you cover in Dubai. I'm not sure. He won't tell us. These are secrets. I'm pretty sure he's a spy. Mornings at the Cabin, just going to hang out, and time for a new feature for the first break on Mornings at the Cabin, talking about things that you found randomly on the board from a previous show. First topic, men named Derek. I used to have a friend named Derek Upward. He was my best friend in grade 8. He was from Newfoundland, moved back to Newfoundland in grade 9, and that was pretty much the end of our friendship. Weird moments you've shared with animals? Let's see. I once had a bird peck at my face when I was a child, and since then I have had a healthy fear of all birds, and that includes small little like sparrows, things like that. I mean, they can like rest on my finger, but the second they start like flapping their wings really fast, it's all over for me. It's all over. I can't do it. One of my nightmares is like canoeing or kayaking past a beautiful island, and on a tree you look up and you're like, wow, look at that beautiful, majestic eagle, not knowing that you are just right under its nest, basically. And it just kind of swoops down and claws your face. You've seen the talons. They can go deep. Third topic, Settlers of Catan. Only one of the greatest games ever made. It combines basically Risk and Monopoly, except it's not terrible, and it's a lot of fun. And we even have a custom-made table that's a board in our living room. And my finest DIY moment, probably right now.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
It's belllet'stalk day. What started years ago as just like sending a text. Every text you send, 5 cents gets donated. It's now Twitter. Every time you tweet, 5 cents towards mental health initiative. Every time you share a Facebook post or a frame or watch their official video.
Or use the hashtag. Bell will donate 5 cents towards mental health initiatives. Instagram, Snapchat, text messages. So even mobile and long distance calls. Every 5 cents will be donated to mental health initiatives, which is cool, which is great. Last year, they resulted in Bell committing nearly $7 million for mental health, which is awesome. That's pretty good.
Which is awesome. We won't get into the commodification of mental health, but because that's kind of some of the backlash that Bell Let's Talk Day kind of has. It's just like,
yeah,
you know,
well. Yeah, I mean,
it's a good initiative.
Yeah, like you say, we don't have to get into that.
No, we won't.
All right,
we'll skim it.
Okay,
but this is kind of the day that I've already received a bunch of videos. I actually received a bunch of videos last night.
Yeah,
that was last year's video. So anyone who shared those last night, I don't think that those will donate. So share them again. Share the official video again today.
The one from last year doesn't.
I don't think so.
Donated.
No, so I think what was going on yesterday is that people were sharing the video.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
Yeah, I got a few of them as well. But I think it's last year's video is what I heard. This is what I read this morning when I got up, is that like people were sharing last year's video, and that won't get you the 5 cents.
Okay.
But if you share this year's video, it will. So if you shared the last year's video last night, because it doesn't count until it's the 30th, I think is the whole point.
Yeah.
Once it's at the 30th, everything you do with Bell will give 5 cents to mental health initiatives, which is very cool, because this is the whole point, is to get out there and talk about these things, so not everyone's shut in the dark and feeling alone. Well,
and that's the interesting thing kind of about where the initiative has evolved to, because you mentioned right off the top it started as a text message,
just
thing
text messaging,
and a phone call thing.
There
was a certain amount, I think it's always been 5 cents donated per phone call made, if you were with like a Bell subscriber, however they worked it. But that was, the original idea was that to get people talking, and specifically talking about mental health. It's funny kind of that it's evolved now to like tweets and sharing videos.
Absolutely.
It's like we're not necessarily talking, but it is still spreading a message.
Absolutely.
So it's just the evolution of what is really a great initiative, and I'm happy it's carried on and built the way it has.
Yeah, and it only makes sense to kind of go across all these platforms, the most popular platforms anyway, to do this. And I mean, and that's okay. It's not backlash, but like, is there something about us sharing all these things and just leaving it at that? right? There's something about everybody sharing, but what you're saying, what you just said was that it's not necessarily, we're not necessarily talking, we're just sharing this idea that we can talk.
Right.
But how many people, I hope a lot of people out there are taking this opportunity to maybe reach out to a friend that they're worried about, or just reach out to anybody, making sure everybody's okay. Just checking in.
Yeah.
Because that's a big part of it. And it doesn't need to be like, you don't need to get into depth with everything.
No.
Because obviously there sometimes there are professionals that you need to see to talk to. And but I hope that people are just kind of reaching out to people. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You know, I know you were feeling this. How are you doing now? Or even if they didn't let you know that they were feeling something, just like reach out and say, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You know?
And and like you say, I mean, where it's got to now, there is, if you want to take the cynical view, there is certainly,
which I always do,
which you generally do. There is definitely a slacktivism angle to
a little bit.
That, you know, when we're just sharing videos, are we really talking about the issue? But
that's where the 5 cents comes in. Though.
Yeah, and there's also the like you said, we don't want to get too into the commodifying of mental health. If there's that cynical angle that a lot of people tend to take too around this time of year when Bell Let's Talk Day happens. At the same time, and we make this argument for a lot of things, the very fact that it is reminding us, it is there, and it is reminding us that this is a thing, and we are talking about it now. And even people who might be in an office, wherever, you know, get a tweet from their friends, hey, it's Bell Let's Talk Day. And they're like, Bell, blah, 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 blah. But then
there's still 5 cents.
And there's still, it's on their mind.
It's on their mind. That's absolutely
the issue of mental health and the fact that we need to talk more about it.
That's right.
We actually here at Cabin Radio, in case you haven't noticed, you haven't heard a British person.
That's right.
On the air this morning. We have a bit of initiative going between the three of us here, at least on mornings at the cabin, that it's geared towards, you know, just making sure our mental health is in a good place.
That's right.
Basically, I don't know if we've necessarily talked about this on the air, but we have kind of an option for each of us during the week to take a day.
Take a morning.
To take a morning and just, take it easy, get an extra hour of sleep if need be, and basically just recharge and make sure that every other day that we're on this show, we are where we need to be mentally.
That's right. And that's, I love that we do that.
Yeah.
I really do. Because even an extra hour of sleep can help a lot. Because when you're waking up this early and just given schedules, I'll share about the schedule. Like, so Phoenix gets home at 9:30, usually at night.
Right.
So I get home at 6 or 7, take the dog out for a walk, clean up, maybe make some dinner. She gets home around 9:30. We try to spend at least a little bit of time together, maybe watch a TV show or have a bite to eat. Talk about our day, and then we're up till 10:30, and then I'm up to 4:30.
Yeah.
So like an extra hour or two of sleep is always appreciated.
Yeah.
And it definitely could, because even if it's not a serious mental health issue, not getting sleep for an extended period of time can really have an effect on your day to day. So that's a small thing that we do here. And I was going to mention that, like, our door is open.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to drop by and just hang and chat or whatever,
absolutely,
come by. The door is open. We don't have any Kleenex, or we have some tea. I think we have tea, but we never have Kleenex in here.
No, we don't. There's toilet paper around the corner.
All right.
It's the best we can do. Maybe just send us a message.
That's right. Send us a message. Let us know. Come in. We have a really comfy couch.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
When I was a kid, I actually used to like songs that did like counts. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go count. And then that one.
Step 1.
We can have lots of fun.
Step 2.
There's so much we can do.
Oh, that explains why that song was popular.
It's an amazing song.
People love countdowns and ups.
That's exactly why I like that
so
song.
Simple.
Okay, so on my Facebook feed this morning, as I was getting ready, an old friend of mine popped up. He kind of goes in and out of Facebook. He kind of disappears while it comes back. He's back on, and he's one of these guys that shares a ton, mostly about baseball, which I love.
Okay.
But last night, he posted, "I have yet to have pizza outside of Yellowknife that is as good as Bruno's," and I wanted to get your thoughts.
Okay.
Like, yeah, what's So right now, I think he's in BC.
Okay.
And he just can't find pizza as good as Bruno's. He used to live right down the street. He'd go there like probably on a daily or nightly basis.
Okay.
And I mean, I love Bruno's Pizza.
I
really
love Bruno's.
I love Bruno's.
It's like right down the street from me, too, which is a problem.
And it's open late.
Yeah.
You get one of those single slices that's like half a pizza. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Bruno's is great.
It's great.
Undeniably great.
Yeah. So,
as far as the actual pizza, comparing to other pizzas. I don't know. Is he in Vancouver?
No, he's on the island.
Oh, he's on the island.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know anything about
the island
pizza
does not have
places in Vancouver or Victoria.
Yeah, Vancouver,
nothing.
Vancouver notoriously doesn't really have good pizza.
Really?
Yeah,
this is a Vancouver thing.
That's right. I don't know if it's a Vancouver thing.
Pizza.
I never had a slice of pizza in Vancouver that I was like, this is life changing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The best pizza I think I had, best pizza experience I had once was what was it called? I can't remember the name of the place, like Pizza King or something like that. And I was working with a dude, and he's like, "This pizza's okay, but they've got this sauce that you drizzle on the crust," and it was like this honey, not honey Dijon, but honey garlic or something. It was just probably just honey garlic sauce. But for some reason that day, I was like, "This is incredible."
Okay.
But other than that, didn't really have this is some of the best pizza I've ever had in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. That's weird.
Is it?
In a big city?
Nah.
You would think there'd be some place, at least one place.
Vancouver's got the best sushi in the country.
Well, I mean, yeah, but pizza, let's stay on topic.
No.
Pizza specifically.
Sushi pizza.
So sushi pizza.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, somewhere in Gastown, you'd think there's got to be some like little hole in the wall pizza place.
See, that's the thing about Gastown. There's not really hole in the walls anymore. Gastown is gentrified AF.
All the holes have been sealed up.
That's right. All the old boozers are like there was one old place that was up on a second floor. I remember when I was a kid because I went in there with my dad thinking it was like a restaurant, and it was just like grubby bar, and I was like 12, so we didn't go. But it's now called, well, when I was still living there, it was called the Diamond, and it was a place where you get a Moscow Mule for about $9.
Wow.
And they used to have a private bar in the back that, like, if you were in the know, you had the code, and so you'd go up there, and like, I was doing shows at the time. I was doing TV shows at the time, so like I was doing this TV show with this kid who was kind of being pushed as this kind of big star, and so he knew the owner, and when we go there, we get pushed into this back bar.
That was the code. I'm with this kid.
I'm with this guy.
All right, you're in.
All right. But you would go into the code check, and you'd like punch in the secret code and go into this bar where nobody was. It was just a bartender and a few people, and he'd make you these amazing drinks. I'm completely off topic, but that's what Gastown is now.
We need to know more about that kind of
thing.
That
is what
the seedy back life.
Oh, it wasn't even seedy. That was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And it was like $15 drinks.
The glamorous back life.
$15 drinks, but this guy would make them like cut the fruit himself, squeeze the fruit himself. Wouldn't use pop or anything like that. It would just be fruit juice and bitters, and he'd make these classic cocktails.
Wow. And
that's where I found my love for Manhattans and old fashions. But they'd be $15 drinks, and you'd say, "Whoa, $15!" But he'd free pour. They'd be about 3 or 4 ounces each, and after 3 of those, you were set for the night. So that's what Gastown is now. It's no longer a hole in the wall kind of place.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a bit of an uppity place.
Yeah, it's the place you go for a night out.
Well, it's where like Vancouver Sports Car Association shows off their rides. So every once in a while, you go down to Gastown, and there'll be about $14 million worth of cars lined up on the street.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to pizza.
In Yellowknife. What's the best pizza in Yellowknife? Go.
The best pizza in Yellowknife.
Don't insult anybody.
I have a hard time saying that it's not Main Street Pizza.
And the Donair Pizza?
The Donair Pizza is amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I almost said the F word when I was like, oh,
fresh.
So good.
Fresh Donair Pizza with some sriracha on it. Oh, my God. Yeah.
And I mean,
that's all you need.
And at work on Saturdays, we usually get Pizza Hut. We got to deal with them, and we usually get
stuffed crust.
They don't. They only do stuffed crust every now and again, but we don't get the stuffed crust. But I like their thin crust is good, and I mean,
really?
Like it's the Hut, right? So you know what you're getting. But I mean, like it's decent every week we get it.
I would never order thin crust from Pizza Hut.
Pretty good.
I'll have to take your word for it, and I believe you. But like, if I'm ordering from Pizza Hut, I'm getting stuffed crust pizza.
Fair enough. Did you ever have the stuffed crust with the wieners in it?
Once.
Me too.
It was.
It wasn't great.
We won't talk about
I've also had a double down from KFC.
Oh!
And I'm still recovering from it, and that was 8 years ago. It was so salty. Okay. I like Bruno's, the Donair Pizza at Main Street. Pizza Hut's still pretty good jam.
Yeah.
And if you're ordering a bunch for like a football game or whatever, Domino's.
I love Domino's.
Yeah, I know
honestly.
You do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
And I haven't been to Boston Pizza in a while, but the last time I was at Boston Pizza, I ordered, it was like some kind of spicy Italian pizza. It was amazing.
I don't understand the hate for Boston Pizza. I love Boston Pizza.
I used to be one of those.
I know you used
I'd throw a little shade at Boston Pizza from every now and again, but I was converted.
One of my favorite pizzas of all time is the pierogi pizza.
Oh, the pierogi pizza is
so
classic.
Good. I love it. And even if sometimes when you get delivery, obviously, it depends. Sometimes pizzas aren't good after delivery, but they're good in house. Boston Pizza in house is always good. It's always solid.
I forgot about the pierogi pizza.
So here we did a review on all the pick our best pizza, the best pizza in Yellowknife.
They're all great.
They're all great, buddy. Great. Oh, great.
I will say, outside of Yellowknife, if you ever find yourself in Winnipeg, Santa Lucia Pizza.
Yes.
You cannot go wrong.
Yes.
With Santa Lucia.
Very good.
Yeah.
Want the meat and potatoes of the morning show with none of the filler? You've got it with the Mornings at the Cabin podcast. That's a strange breakfast, though.
Hey, did you know Ringo Starr is a principal in Yellowknife?
Yes, I did hear that. It's pretty amazing, and just made the outstanding principals list too.
Yeah.
Cabinradio.ca. Cabinradio.ca. Check it out. Ringo Starr named to the outstanding principals list. Didn't know that he was at William McDonald Middle School.
Yeah, I don't know if it's keeping his cover.
Yeah, that's right.
Thing,
just keeping that profile low.
He's going by Jeff Seabrook.
Yeah, which is odd.
Yeah,
but I can understand.
It's a good cover name.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and a humble job as a principal at a middle school. Well, he's probably got billions in the bank.
Probably.
Yeah. If you're a Beatle and you're not a billionaire, I feel like you're a failure.
Well, they weren't very good business people.
I feel like Paul McCartney did better.
He's gotten better.
I bet Ringo's got some money.
His fallout with Michael Jackson was really a turning point.
Yeah, but that was him buying up. That was Michael buying up all the Beatles songs, right?
Yeah, and then Paul was like, "Oh, maybe it's time to get serious about all this work we've done." And
you remember that advice I gave you about buying up music catalogs? I didn't mean mine. Anyway. Jeff Seabrook named to the outstanding principals list of 2019. So congratulations to him. That's awesome. Another local teacher and educator being recognized at a national level, which is very cool. Also, I've known Jeff for a lot of years.
Was he your principal?
He was not my principal, but he was one of my teachers in high school.
Okay.
And in grade 9, and I can't believe we didn't do this again, but in grade 9, the bottom rung of the high school,
right. 5
of us took on 5 teachers in a paintball game.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. After school hours.
Okay.
So we invited, me, Adam Vivian, Cabin Radio's own Adam Vivian.
Right.
Alex Morse, James DeCelli, and Jack Bryant, who's some locals might know those names. We took on Bill Burlington, Kevin Corbett, Jeff Seabrook, Robert Jones, who was a biology teacher, science teacher, and Scotty Daniels.
Scotty Daniels.
Scotty D! So we challenged them to a paintball match. We even put up posters around the school.
Oh.
And they accepted.
You called them out?
Called them out.
Oh, wow.
That's it was pretty incredible. So there are a couple of pictures still floating around. I think my mom's got some of them, but if any of you guys that are listening that were part of this, if you still got pictures, please find them and show them because they're awesome. So we, in grade 9, got a chance to shoot our teachers with paintball guns. I'm not even sure you could get away with that nowadays.
Well, not in school.
No, not in school, but even after school hours, like shooting students would probably not be a great thing.
Got it. I'm sure there's a waiver.
There's a waiver for that.
Yeah. Sign a release. It's fine.
I still have a scar on my inner thigh.
Why are teachers so much cooler here than everywhere else?
Because it's cold, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's my fake laugh.
Okay. So where'd that scar come from?
Okay, so I was we were near the end of the game. I was in one of the little teepee structures, like kind of hiding out and shooting.
Okay.
And I popped out, and I want to say, I don't think it was Seabrook. I think it was Scotty Daniels. And I popped out, just put my leg out, and he shot it, and he was about 10 feet away. And it was like, the nice, juicy part of the thigh. There's not a lot of protection there. So it broke skin. It was like a huge bruise there for weeks, and it bled. So I've still got this very faint circle where that still was. And that was 1996. So that's 23 years ago.
The old war wound.
That's right.
Acting up.
And at one point, it was against me and Kevin Corbett, and I was panicking because we were 5 feet away, and he's like, stop. And I tried to load my gun. He's like, I'm going to shoot you. And he shot me twice, at close range. The olden days. That was
awesome.
fantastic. So that's one of my favorite memories of Jeff Seabrook. So congratulations to him on being named one of the Canadian Outstanding Principals. That's awesome. More on that story at cabinradio.ca.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
I wanted to talk about this. This came up. This was on CBC a couple days ago because we're talking about local schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there is a beehive at Range Lake.
Oh, really?
Andrew Harding's class has got a glass encasement custom cut to fit in their science lab. So
Okay.
they got a little apiary.
Oh.
And it's just about learning about bees. Obviously, we know that bees are kind of we're kind of at a tipping point for bees. Like some species have been added to the endangered species list, which is very scary because, of course, we know that everybody knows what Einstein said about bees. If he did, it's been attributed to him, but basically, like if bees go, humans don't have much longer.
Did Einstein say that?
I don't know. It's been one of those things where it's just like it's on a chalkboard and it says.
You never know what that guy's going to say.
I don't know. He says all kinds of crazy things. Theory of relativity, like whatever.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Right. You can find so CBC did a story on this. It's very, very cool. They just said it's kind of a small part of reducing the school's carbon footprint. They've been doing things like this for a little while. But it's kind of a cool story. Just having this small custom fit apiary in their class to learn about bees. And she's got the whole get up there. She's got the little fogger, and she's got the bee get up. It's very cool.
Let's just hope they don't escape.
That's right. Because if they did escape, any number of things could happen. I didn't get the clip that you were looking for right now. I tried to. I couldn't find it.
Oh.
You can check out that story at cbc.ca. It's in the Yellowknife or the North section. It's I don't know. It's very, very cool. It's very cool to see how many kind of progressive things that the people are doing in class.
Yeah. I mean, we can't use them to sort tiny screws in space or anything.
Well, but bees are important.
Yeah, they have their uses for sure.
Yeah. It's interesting because you can't bring peanut butter into schools.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You can't bring peanuts into schools.
Right.
I mean, I imagine there's some kids that are definitely allergic to bee stings. I just wonder how they kind of got around that. I mean, obviously they did. This is a very positive thing. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you could secure the peanut butter behind
a glass encasement, still.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as no one's allergic to honey, or like you say, well, someone is undoubtedly allergic to bee stings. But I feel like they've got a pretty good handle on things over there. Yeah. I'm not worried about them.
Okay.
They know better than we do.
Very good.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a little tube for them to go outside and pollinate and come back in, so they'll make that their home. It's glass, so you'll be able to see what's going on inside rather than like a usual apiary is like a big white box, and then you take out the screens and they've built honeycomb on them and stuff like that, and that's how you study them. But that's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Very, very cool.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
We learn Lekter with you on your Wednesday morning. Another great story about the Canada Winter Games that are coming up. We know Ollie's going to be there. We're sending him to Red Deer after he gets back from Dubai, and he's going to be down there covering it for himself, but also be a part of it, but cover it for us as well. So we're going to get day-to-day updates from Canada Winter Games from Ollie in Red Deer, starting from. The games start on the 15th of February, so he's going to be down there probably from about Valentine's Day or tomorrow, maybe just setting up.
He's part of the Sport North mission staff. Too,
I know
so
he is.
He's right in there.
I'm not advertising for them.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
They're a sponsor.
I know.
Good friends of Cabin Sports Radio.
That's right.
Monday nights, 6 p.m. on Cabin Radio.
You could probably save this for that show, and I think you could expand on it, but this is just really cool that the NWT is sending its first archery team to the Canada Winter Games. Archery's been on the Canada Winter Games docket since 1977. NWT sending its first team in 2019, so that's very, very cool. I love archery.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I got to wear one of those arm things though, because every time it hits my arm.
You can't turn your elbow?
I can turn my elbow.
Well, then what's your problem?
I don't know. It still hits it. I get a better shot when it's closer for some reason. When I straighten out, I get a better shot. So
okay.
I have to have it.
So
it's not embarrassing.
I'm a little
professional archers wear those arm things, protectors.
Okay,
this is part of it.
Did Robin Hood wear one of those arm protector things?
I hate to break it to you.
Oh no.
Robin Hood didn't exist.
Oh. What?
Yeah, that's right.
Come on.
Robin Hood didn't exist. He was an amalgam of many different lawless individuals who almost sent England into the depths of hell.
So you're saying there were many Robin Hoods?
That's probably.
But only one that could speak with an English accent.
Ooh. Oh, shot across the bow, Kevin Costner.
So NT, like you said, the first 10, we are sending a Team NT for archery at the Canada Winter Games. Very cool. And you can keep up with all the action, I believe, and broadcasting on TSN.
They are.
And the archery starts off in the second week of this year's games, kicking off February 26th. So very exciting for that.
Yes. I'm going to put it out there right now that we should do a video with the archery team where Ollie and I learn archery.
That'd be a good one.
And then we just have a competition. Friendly comp.
That's a great Wheeler versus Ollie.
That's a great, and it's very measurable. Sometimes these things are a little less, like the art one is like kind of subjective. One is better. But when we actually go head to head in a skill competition.
Yeah. The jiu-jitsu one was...
I won that one,
too. Did you win that one? No, you didn't win that one.
I won that one. I'm just more athletic, and that's fine.
Well, so archery's not fair, then.
Archery's it's incredibly athletic. Are you kidding me?
So I'm saying that you have an unfair advantage.
I do have an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Although he's getting stronger every day.
He's English,
with
too.
That life change.
I think is that where archery originated?
No.
Somewhere?
What?
Somewhere
no.
in England? No.
God, no. No, archery probably, I don't know. Archery probably predates the Indus Valley, for goodness sake. So, no, not England.
Okay.
I would imagine.
As a sport? No?
I don't know. Maybe as
Targets?
a sport. Yeah.
First fashioned in London?
Maybe not. I imagine they practice this, like, this is kind of the size of a large elephant. Let's use that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Awesome. Best of luck to them. We'll hear more about that from Ollie during the games, but I think if we can, maybe get a couple of them in here before they go, just to see how excited they are. They're kind of like the younger kids are going to be like Fergus Rutherford Simon is going from Fort Smith, 11 years old. 11 years old.
Wow.
So, like, super exciting for them, but also, I bet, pretty nerve-wracking as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Holy.
So we'll see if we can get some of them on the show before they go or when they come back. And then Ollie and I will go head-to-head in archery, and I will try not to shoot him.
CanadaGames.ca/2019 for the full schedule of events at this year's Canada Winter Games. Check it out.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.